Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we are beginning a brand new adventure on Fresh Face One Shots. We are talking about Batman by Matt Fraction. We're talking about issue number 1 today. Issue 2 just came out pretty recently, so we'll be covering both of those pretty close to each other. Be on the lookout for all that. But this is issue number 1 of Batman by Matt Fraction. It's an exciting time. We have a brand new Batman number 1. I was never in a million years going to let you read this. But if you've been keeping up on other one-shots that we do on the channel, you'll know that...
Tom King
all over the place. Yeah, Tom King spoiled his own Batman run for Jacob. So now I would personally say you're in the clear to read some Batman. So
yes, and I'm happy it happened because... Oh my! First off, can we just start this with, I love the gimmick that we're going with for this run as a whole. We're doing almost entirely self-contained stories.
So it would seem so far. I definitely see Fraction going for some bigger arcs later on.
I have a feeling that bigger arcs aren't going to be super big. I think it's going to be very...
Because it is something of a dying art in comics to do just genuinely self-contained stories in a single issue, and I like this.
Do the one and done.
Yeah.
So the creative team, Matt Fraction, obviously is writing. Which I know you've read some Matt Fraction.
Yes, Matt Fraction is a great writer. I love his Immortal Iron Fist. I love Invincible Iron Man. So yeah, he's a good writer. We have. Let's talk about the status quo first off, because you haven't read a current Batman comic. The most current Batman thing you've read is up to about halfway through the Tom King stuff. Listen to Fresh Face Comics, the main podcast, to get more on that. But as far as current Batman comics go, I want to talk about the status quo with you. Because what did you know going in other than Alfred dead?
Alfred dead. And that was about it. So
okay, so no Wayne Manor, no Batcave,
no Wayne Manor, no Batcave.
Beat cop Jim Gordon, Vandal Savage Commissioner. This is all new to you, right?
All new to me.
That's awesome.
Here's the thing. I'm very excited to see how this developed eventually on the proper podcast proper, because I know we're gonna eventually get there. It's just a matter of...
It has been a wild ride. Chip Zdarsky did some wild shit with Batman. I know it was a controversial run. I was a huge fan.
Here's the thing. I like the idea of Gordon being a beat cop, because I'd say that in a book set in mainline continuity with Batman as Batman, and I'm sure we'll talk about this more next time, I think Fraction wants to basically be like, hey, the system of policing is bad. This is
and putting a genuinely good cop like Jim Gordon in a position of power could somewhat cheapen the message of
I don't even want to say somewhat. I think it just does by the nature of what it is doing. That isn't to say I love Jim Gordon as a character. I like the dynamic.
Of course.
But I also acknowledge that Batman comics are fiction, and you have to suspend the real world. The cops, the system of policing is corrupt just in its system in general.
I do just want to talk about the new costume. I love the new costume. I'm assuming you're a fan?
Here's the thing. I didn't realize it was new. I was just we're just doing the blue bat suit.
This is a whole new thing. Whole new thing going on. This is all new for this first issue. Speaking of new looks for characters, we have Killer Croc here, who's looking particularly monstrous, and is the focal point of our first story here, which is called Vast Colors in the Dark, which is a lovely title. I love that. I also love the title pages of Batman gliding across the sky. Very nice. Killer Croc has been undergoing treatment and has had a relapse of sorts. Has escaped from a facility, and Batman is on the hunt. Very simple setup, very easy way to onboard new readers like yourself. There are a lot of just great scenes I found here. That are not just the basic what is the status quo? It is giving you the status quo and also telling you something about these characters as well. That I think is very important here. Like the Jim Gordon scene at the front, like when we meet Vandal Savage eventually as the commissioner, and of course, the wonderful finale scene of the issue. But more on that later. And then we have my personal favorite aspect of this story, and that is the memory of the one and only Alfred Pennyworth.
Yes. Okay, that's your favorite. My favorite is Killer Croc. Like,
I mean, yeah. To me, the final Croc scene and Alfred and the Alfred stuff go hand in hand.
Yeah. Or this sort of, shall we say, this simulacrum memory of Alfred, who is not the actual Alfred.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly. It is the memory of Alfred. This idea of Bruce Wayne's conscience always being Alfred, but now Alfred is not here to tell him these things, and Alfred is really just Bruce's psyche. I love that idea. I have loved that idea. This is something that has been. Here's the thing. It's being heavily focused on now. Alfred's been dead a long time, so there have been four whole other Batman runs in between Tom King and now. Because there was
when did King end his run? It was like
I forget what year it was, but it was issue 85. In between, we had James Tynion the Fourth, Joshua Williamson for a very brief time, Chip Zdarsky, Jeff Loeb on Hattush, and now this. So it's been a wild ride, and that's just Batman. That's not Detective. That's not Batman and Robin. That's nothing else. That's just the main title.
I'm looking up because I know City of Bane is like the last.
Yeah, that's the last story.
King.
Yeah,
that's the last run. So early 2020. So Alfred's been dead for like 5 years.
Yep. Yeah. And the entire run of our podcast that this is a spinoff of. Yeah.
The entire run of our podcast that I somehow avoided.
I was doing so well. I was doing so well, and then I was like, well, then of course we agreed. We were like, we should cover the spinoff of Wonder Woman because we've been covering Wonder Woman. We should talk about Trinity, daughter of Wonder Woman. That would make sense. And now we're here. So.
Okay, but also, if that didn't happen, then literally the very next one shot where we did the Deadpool
That's
Batman
true. We've been fucked with Deadpool Batman as well. So honestly, I prefer it happening in Trinity than Deadpool Batman.
Yeah, because I mean, either way, it's kind of a wild way to find out. But
yes,
story itself, I like that this is, despite this being a one and done, it takes its time. Like. Fraction packs a lot here.
Yeah, like, I think there's even a whole ass interlude, like in the middle here, like a whole side adventure for Batman about saving these women here, from this gang that has nothing to do with the Killer Croc stuff, and it's just this little sidestep showing Batman saving people, and it doesn't take away from the story. It's not rushed or anything. It is just fully its own scene. This is also your first ever Matt Fraction comic, and I just need to know what you think of his writing style.
It is. I don't like to say, it reminds me a lot of Scott Snyder. But the way he writes Batman with a lot of the tech feels very Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't feel like an homage to Scott Snyder. Like, Fraction.
It is that weird thing where like we're definitely at a point in Batman comics where Scott Snyder can be nostalgic to people. Hence why he's on Absolute Batman.
Yes, because that is. That run started getting close to 15 years ago. Come next year.
Yeah.
You feel old, Joey.
I'm fine. I'm doing all right. I'm fine.
See, I don't feel that because I only started reading 4 years ago.
Well,
so I am still
good for you.
But here's the thing: neither of us are actually old. We are in our 20s.
I'm aware.
Old.
I know. But we both had birthdays in the past 4 months, so
that is. Yeah, but those happen every year, so...
I know, but this feels especially recent.
Does it? Okay.
Mine was mere weeks ago, Jacob, so...
Yours was weeks ago. Mine was months ago, and that's not... Anyway. No, but my point I was trying to make a point on Fraction's writing style.
Yes.
It seems really focused on grief,
mm-hmm.
which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really trying to focus... on the human connection?
This is a Bruce Wayne that has already processed the grief of losing Alfred, most definitely. So here we have Alfred not so much as this as a thing to like haunt Bruce or to make him grieve more. It is simply a reminder. Hence we get the Croc scene towards the end here. We have the square off between Batman and Croc. It seems like a fight is going to happen. And there's this great moment between Batman and the memory of Alfred, and this idea of what it feels like to feel the fear that Croc must be feeling, and Batman making this choice to connect with Croc on this very personal level, taking off his mask and everything.
Well, I was gonna say he unmasks, and it's fascinating, and then like
the whole idea of them both having new heads, like Croc says, your head new now, and God, they're just, Bruce is just so compassionate here, and I appreciate seeing that. I really do. It's a lovely side of the character that
I wonder if the thesis of this run is going to be choices, because you have this moment of, you made a bad choice, Waylon, now you can make a good choice.
Yeah.
Which is a very Batman line, like in terms of the ethos of Batman, especially Batman post-Crisis.
Yeah.
Like modern Batman of humanizing a lot of the villains that people forget about. It'll be very interesting to see. So I have a feeling Fraction's eventually going to use the Joker.
Probably. I mean, hey, you never know. He might not.
He might not.
Yeah,
but
never know. But God, I mean, Chip Zdarsky also did a pretty big Joker arc, just like not even a full 2 years ago. So who knows? But I also just love this little note that it ends on, of just like, you know, Croc being helped, and then he turns to Batman and goes like who helps you? And you know, Bruce is like, no, my head's okay. I don't need help. And Croc leaving him like this little like dinosaur toy. It's such a sweet idea. Bruce puts it in his new sort of makeshift Batcave under Pennyworth Manor, and then the issue ends with him being contacted by Tim Drake, because obviously, the police are working for Vandal Savage. They don't like Batman and the Bat family, and we're going to explore that in the next issue, which of course we've already read. But, you know, separate video. We got to make more content. We got to make more content out of this. So
I was also incredibly excited to see Tim being like Robin, and Tim Drake, let's be honest, is a character who has struggled a lot post Grant Morrison,
especially in recent years. It's been a rough ride.
It's a terrible like, in the middle of Morrison's run, they canceled the Robin series that had been going since the 90s.
I lie. Tim was great during James Tynion's Detective. After that was when I had. After that, the only other time that I thought I saw a glimmer of hope for Tim was Chip Zdarsky's first Batman arc, and then Tim fell off the face of the earth. And
it's a terrible thing of here's the thing. I love bisexual disaster Tim Drake. I do. I don't love that half the time he's been shuffled off to the Pride specials. And
yeah, it does just keep happening. It's a shame.
Like, it's like, you can do something there. Do something. Like, give him. You can do things. There are things that can be done, and I hope Fraction utilizes him more. We'll talk about this a little more next time.
Yes, most definitely. Yes. I think we'll play. Yes.
I also just love a classic cliffhanger into the next story. Like,
of course, we'll talk about that next time. I guess in the meantime, check out other Fresh Face One Shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman, the spin-off of Wonder Woman. We're also covering Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, The End of the Long Halloween saga, as well as The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone, which is not currently The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. It's Unbreakable X-Men. We're covering all of Unbreakable X-Men before Uncanny returns in January. Also check out the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics, where we recently put out... Nope, hang on, trying to think of when this is coming out. We will... trying to think. We will
have... be out on...
I'm going to go Tuesday for this. As of yesterday, we put out our latest episode on Luke Cage Power Man Volume 2. And next up, we have a block of X-Men episodes coming out. So we're continuing Uncanny X-Men, including the Dark Phoenix
saga. Claremont, obviously.
Yeah, of course, includes the Dark Phoenix saga. It's very exciting. It's going to be very fun. Great conversation there to be had. Also, check out our socials, our link trees. All that is down below. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Blood Studios. You can get all kinds of fun things there, like early Star Trek reviews, exclusive Star Trek commentaries, Fresh Face Extras. It's even more of Fresh Face Comics. And if you're not into any of that, you can just join the general support tier. We can get your name in the description below. It'll be the first thing that people see when they go down there. They'll see your name, and they'll see that you're cool, and they'll want to join too, I hope. But I think that about does it. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan.
I'm Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.